Scott-Free Morning Show. Who got the flavor? Who got the flow? It's L. Scott, you already know. Bringing the heat wherever you go. Scott-Free Morning Show. Turn it up, let the whole world know.
Yo, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back to a brand new episode of the Scott-Free Morning Show. I am your gracious host himself, L. Scott. You see the name on the screen, people? On today's episode, people, I want to discuss something. I went out of town for like 10 days, and I had to go to Phoenix. I wanted to spend time with my children's youngins for the holidays. I went down there. And while I was down there, part of the time I wanted to reset, reboot some things in my life. So I went to a book time at this resort and spa that's down there. And the mad thing about it, they didn't treat me unwell. So I'm not going to put their name of the spa that's out there, but it is in Arizona. And that's all I'll say. I won't throw them under the bus because they didn't treat me horribly. I had a decent time there, but I do want to discuss something. And what I want to discuss, I kind of brought up on an episode about 10 days ago. And it's the fact that America is basically allowing everybody to nickel and dime us to death. The quality of America is falling off, in my opinion. Hold on a second. Better. Okay. The quality, and what I mean when I say the quality of America is falling off, meaning, remember before when you would go even when you go to one like fast food restaurants, they gave you your money's worth for the little bit amount of money that you spent. Now, it was all trash, but at least they tried to compensate you for the amount of money that you were spending. Not anymore. Now, I feel like now, it's now, how much can we siphon off of you guys before you finally realize that all we doing is hustling? That's what it feels like everywhere I go. About 10 days ago, I was in Vegas. I had to spend time in Vegas. And when I was down, I stayed at the Cosmo. I don't mind throwing their asses under the bus because the way they treated me down there was just horrible. I mean, was nothing 5-star about that place. Not the room wasn't 5-star. The amenities wasn't 5-star. I brought up the fact that they had $18 bottles of water that they used to give you robes and slippers in the room. That's gone. They get what used to bring you room service to your room. They would have a bellhop and they could bring your bags up. That's all gone. The bellhop now doesn't bring your bag. He give you a ticket and say, when you get your room, if you get here early and you give it to the bellhop, your luggage, he basically say, yo, come back and get this shit when you're ready to go up. and then want a tip just for storing it behind the desk. So you got that going on. Like I said, the guy used to come in with a white coat and he have your food on the table with a nice, it'd be under the thing. He'd be, Mr. Scott, here you go. This is your meal. I have a steak cooked medium with a side of potatoes and asparagus. And we also have some of the highest quality of water that we brought in with you today. All complimentary with the water, just to let you know. And it's just to let you know, if you need anything, let me know. And Mr. Scott, please, if there's anything that we don't have at the hotel, let me know. I have a budget to go out and get you anything that you need. Please, is there anything that you wish that would make your day better? I would make it better. That's how the Cosmo used to be. Side note, that's damn sure how the Waldorf Astoria was in Atlanta. Loved that place a few years ago. I haven't been in a while. But you don't get in anymore. Now, like I told you, what you get now, the guy brings you your food. It was a woman this time for me when I ordered room service. But this time, this lady brings it to me like it's DoorDash. It's in a package with plastic on it. She didn't bring it in. Hell, nigga. She gave it to me at the door. Take this. And still wanted the tip. Looking at me. Even though the gratuities inside the bill already, they want more. And don't want to do as much as they used to. Oh, man, I'm so tired of that. So I bring that story up to tell you, I actually spent the time at this spa in Phoenix. And the grounds were amazing. I walked the grounds, and when I say amazing, I'm talking about the weather was nice. There was no humidity. It's getting later in the year, so you don't have to deal with all that scorching ass heat that Phoenix has. It was just beautiful. I walked the trail. The water was all complimentary. Taking shots at the Cosmo again. All the water was coming. They were all, everywhere you went. Hi, do you need any water? Pass by. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Do you need water? Not at the moment. I appreciate it though. But like I said, it was a beautiful place. I don't want to throw them under the bus. When I went to go eat I ate at a bar there, like I said, a couple of times there. Really nice drinks. Bartender was amazing. She literally, when I say the lady made the most amazing drinks, it was one hell of a time. I don't want to make the story long. One hell of a time. I say this to say this, though. The problem with the place was not the amenities. It was not the grounds. I had two complaints. One, I'll start with, it's the spa. The last day while I was there, I decided to get some spa treatment. So I did acupuncture. I did a bit of cupping to your body. I don't know if you see me under here right now, I got all kind of little red marks for the cupping that they did to me. And I had a massage. Oh, and a facial. I had to get this face clean. This face hadn't had a facial forever. I know how I pampered the shit out of myself. This was going to be pamper weekend. Facial was cool. Lady didn't talk too much. I only have had like 2 or 3 of these bitches in my life, so this one was cool. The acupuncture went as planned. Needles went in. She did her work that she was supposed to do. She moved on. It was cool. Didn't feel shit, but it was cool. Didn't help at all, but it was cool. The cupping was cool, but the problem that I had is that places that these 5-star resorts, if you've never been, upcharge the hell out of all services. So literally, needless to say, just for 3 full services that I had done, I paid a pretty penny for it. And when I tell you that massage was so lackluster, it didn't make any sense. I should not be paying you upwards of $300, $400 for an hour massage for you to turn around and do that piss poor of a job. This is ridiculous. And this is coming from a person in the industry. I always tell people, I pride myself, and I'm not even a 5-star spa and resort. I mean, a wellness spa that I have. We are not considered 5-star, but what I produce is 5-star quality. I pride myself, first and foremost, I always tell my clients, is your safety. And then after your safety, your level of comfort comes next. And then after your comfort, it's time for bliss, baby. It's just trying to sit back, relax, and have the time of your life. But not these places. These places are charging prices like ungodly amounts of money. And I'm telling you, when I walked off all that table, I promise you, I think I felt worse than when I went on. So that was very disappointing to me. I had a very disappointing time at the spa. That was going to be the coup de grace to my stay. I was going to pamper myself. It was going to be cool. I was going to feel like I was floating and melting away. Yet and still, I walked away feeling rocked up hard, beat down, and felt like I might as well have never went. And I feel like my money was so wasted. And I'm only saying that to say this. You guys can't be charging. Look. I'm not going nowhere else. I'm not staying no more 5-star experience. I might well come down to 4-star and pay less money because that's the type of experience I'm getting at 5. And if I go to 4s and 4s acting like 3s, I might well come down to 3s because this is getting ridiculous. But no longer, man, what is going on? Let me say something. I got another complaint about the resort, but I feel very compelled to talk about something that just jumped on my heart. And it was, do you miss America from old? And this is going to sound crazy coming from a black American man who y'all probably, especially for all the white tea people who listen, so all this Negro do is whine. So what I'm ready to say is going to sound contradicting, but let me finish. When I say what happened to America, I'm talking about, I was raised here. This is not dogging people. This is, let me preface with that. This is not me dogging immigration or anything about immigration. This has to do with what the quality of life that I remember, and it no longer exists. I remember a time in this nation, as racist as this place can be, I remember there was a time and a place where there black people could go and congregate and feel like home. I remember it was a time and a place that when you would sit down and watch a black American movie, it felt like you resonated with it, make you want to be a star. That's why so many black people wanted to be entertainers back in the day. Those movies made us feel good. But not anymore. I feel like the world that we live in now, hold on, let me make sure I'm going because I'm doing a lot of talking. I feel like the world we living in now is totally different. See, this is my problem with immigration. It has nothing to do, if there's enough jobs going around in America, let me say it this way. If there's enough jobs to go around in America, great. Let anyone who wants to come, as long as they don't take over the culture. So I have no issue. I've been all over this country. I've driven all over this place. There's a lot of open land. So it's more than enough space for a lot of people. But I think the problem comes into play. It isn't about space. It isn't about jobs. It is about the culture of America. Black Americans had a culture here. And you guys are taking it from us one day at a time. I live in Atlanta. Atlanta, when I moved here almost 15 years ago, was a lot less people and it was a lot more black. Everywhere you went, the banks were all black people. Grocery stores, all black people. And I'm not talking about just even on the lowest form. I saw professional blacks all the way down to the most ratchet blacks here in Atlanta. It was like a utopia. Loved it. I think in my mind, that's what Idlewild or Bronzeville in Chicago or Tulsa was like back in the day. It felt amazing. I wanted to be in the entertainment business at the time. I was doing stand-up, so I was doing a lot of things at that time. This city was bumping. But have you been to America? Have you been to Atlanta recently? Atlanta ain't black no more. The black mecca of Atlanta's gone. The employment is where it started. Now, all those banking places, I'm being honest with you, it's either foreigners or white people. Mostly foreigners. I don't even see that many white people anymore. I know they're running it, but I don't see them in the everyday positions anymore. Everywhere I go, I see people speaking different languages. Every neighborhood I go into, there's a different type of flag or something hanging in it. It's like crazy. It's like all this is happening. Great. That's fine. Everyone's here. But where's black people? And don't tell me, oh, is y'all? No, sir. I promise you. Nobody, let me say it this way. I can't go to someone else, and I wouldn't go to someone else's country. Let me put it this way. I would never go to someone else's country. And then enough of us got there that I was like, man, let's just take over and take the culture from it. And I know they're not doing it on purpose, but what it is, and I'm not even blaming the people. This has everything to do with the people allowing this to happen. So allow these people to come in and ruin the culture. And when I say ruin the culture, I'm talking about people hate, like, class example, black folks back in the day, all we had to do back in the 90s was whine about, or us complaining about was, do we celebrate Christmas or don't we? Is this a European holiday that is a detriment or don't we? And then, like most normal black people, you know that this ain't got nothing to do with Jesus. You know this ain't got nothing to do with religion. You know this is a fun time that they got eggnog flowing and trees going up and kids. This is for us, like for me growing up. I grew up in a poor household a lot of the time, damn near. And my household, Christmas on time, you may got a lot of any gifts. So it's like now, but there's no Christmas anymore. Like we're heading into Christmas season now, right? And this is from a brother who really don't celebrate it. No, but the feeling of it, because I remember when I was a child, I remember the feeling I had when I was a child celebrating Christmas. I remember the Charlie Brown specials that came on TV every Christmas holiday. I remember that. It was fun to be there. I remember sitting up with my brothers and sisters wondering what we got for Christmas and then watching my older brother get up before everybody else so he could get the good toys, because my parents always bought us double, but didn't put no goddamn names on there, obviously. Anyways, I digress. But it was fun times. Thanksgiving, the family got together. People you ain't seen in a while. You got to see your drunk uncles. You got to hang out with your aunties. Now the little boy aunties make you do dances and stupid shit together. Like you said, this was fun time. You got with your cousins. You went in the room and wrestled each other, and people went through the wall. You try not to kill each other, but it was fun times. We had all these stories. We don't have that anymore. Something I was talking about the other day, I don't even know if anybody peeped this or noticed this. You remember, I said this about church. This is what I mean to say. Church has been a detriment in my opinion. This is just my own personal conjecture. Church or religion, let me say it this way, has been a detriment to the black community as a whole because it's made us too docile. That's my reasoning. But the one part, and I'm not here to dog today, so my one part about it that I think that is lacking that we miss from church though, is this was probably the only place that you got adults as families that would get together. See, now you got your homegirls getting with your homegirls, you got your homeboys getting with your homeboy, you got your kids may give it a play date here and there, but not where all three congregate together. We don't do it anymore. Now, I know that the Muslim faith probably still does it, but we didn't do it. And I was raised in a Christian household. We didn't do it. We do it then, but we don't do it now. I watch cousins are fractured now. Siblings are fractured now. There is no males getting together. That's when I think, see, people forget this. Church was the place that people would go and they would have things and they would talk about the community. That's when men would get together. Oh, no, we can't let Sister Johnson's house just fall apart like that. So let's all get together on the weekend, go down there and put a roof on the house. That type of thing. And then the men got together, did that, and had some beers afterwards. She thanked everybody and they went on. We did our good deed. And it was building the community. We don't have that anymore. For one, I'm not blaming all the immigrants, but part of that is because their culture is the dominant culture now. That is true, but the other part is that we don't have anywhere for us to go to do that anymore. I don't want us to go back into church, but I do wish we had somewhere where black folks felt damn near obligated, because that's what it was. Church back in the day we did in church, because we almost felt obligated. You know, that social conditioning between, you know, how you got to go about it is a really heavy thing. And back then it was always, you got to go to church. Whether you want to or not. Dad sitting in church, falling asleep, ready to go home and watch football. Mama acting like she wanted to be there, but she only doing it because her mama sitting a few pews up and she don't want to embarrass the family and mama guilting her to go. The kids are all over there falling asleep, necks hurting, and all they want to go home and saying to themselves, oh God, I hate coming here. But you, and as soon as I get older, I'm leaving. All that happened, but that was part of the community. That was part of the upbringing. I think they were positive. We're watching so many parts of our community now be so fresh. And then that'll be another thing. I'm telling you, the internet has been a blessing, but it damn sure has its downsides. This is part of it. We communicate more online now than we do in person. I used to do in-person lectures. I did more of those than I did anything online. But now I'm kind of relegated down to that because in-person things are pretty much dry. People don't do things anymore. People don't congregate anymore unless it's the party. You know, get together, do some hookah. I don't hookah no more, all right? Like, I'm at the age now where if I went out for a night of drinking and hookah, all it's going to end up, I'm going to be somewhere sick as a dog for 32 days afterwards. And who the hell wants to experience that? I don't. Shit. Last time I went out, I went to speak downtown my personal business. It's, mind you, it is, December now, 2025. I went to the strip club, what was that? March, April 2024? I just recovered last week. This shit woke me out in the strip club, falling asleep at 2 a.m. I am old as hell. Whoa. I know you won't gonna just leave without hitting the like button. What about the subscribe button? Did you hit the follow button? Hit all 3 and let your boy know that you like the content I'm putting out. And if you haven't done it already, do it now. See you guys on the next one. Peace.
It's the Scott Free Morning Show. Who got the flavor? Who got the flow?